real talk, like, that might be one of the cheesiest conversations in the entire game is the one right before the fight. Like, I can't actually take the conversation before they fight seriously. I don't mind the conversation after they fight, but before they fight, it's just so dumb sounding.
I mean, honestly, would it be Persona if it wasn't cheesy in some way? It's some delicious freaking cheese, but it's still cheese.
I mean, there's definitely... Persona's got a bit of a mix. There are moments that are a bit cheesy. Are we live already?
Yep, we live.
Alright.
Sup, Phantom Freaks?
There are moments that are a bit cheesy, but there's also moments that are just really fun in a serious way.
Yeah, honestly, that's November for me in Persona 4. It's such a tonal shift compared to how it was. Alright, so...
the November suddenly shit gets real?
Yeah, November's the shit gets real time in Persona 4. So
Alright, so I forget what you said. Do you want me to warn you when we're nearing Akechi, or should I just let it happen and screw what items you have?
just let it happen.
Alright.
Who knows, I might recognize the area, and...
Like, I won't tase too much, but like, there's no turning back moment before a save is annoyingly early. Like, if you decide for some reason that you can't beat the boss, or if you went in with low SP or something. Not that that should be a problem, but...
Considering I'm over-leveled, even though I haven't gotten to my Okumura Mementos... No,
the first time I played Persona 5, and the Akechi encounter is basically no different at first. The first time I played Persona 5, I was trying to do the whole palace in one run, and so I had next to no SP, and I was regular attacking most fights, and then I had to face Akechi.
Oh.
I believe we sponsored you as well.
Oh my god, she's playing that card, I love it.
It's true that I'm quite indebted to President Okumura. He funded...
Cause like, that is a card she can play in this area.
However, it looks like he got a little carried away. My condolences.
I don't think you're really that sorry.
Regarding his exploiting management, Mr. Shido asked me to defend him as much as I could.
Yo, Yoshikase! Yes, we on a boat.
I even threw some extra security his way, but there were limits to what I could do.
Or as Andrew here is happy to remind us, buoyancy-operated aquatic transport.
The damage almost reached up to Mr. Shido himself. President Okumura had to be cut off.
My god, he caused them that much trouble?
Cut off?
It seems he didn't just cast him off his ship, but also used him to trap the Phantom Thieves.
Credit where credit's due, it was a good frickin' plan, we fell right into it.
Bravo,
Like, we'd have been
Shido.
absolutely, completely screwed if Akechi hadn't said pancakes.
Yeah. I mean, there were a few other things he did that were more subtle, but pancakes was so on the nose.
I will arrange for us to cooperate.
Every time I come across somebody who didn't recognize it, I'm shocked.
You're the daughter of the late
How did you not notice that? Admittedly, I thought it was a plot hole. I didn't think it was going to be the twist at first, I thought it was a plot hole.
Your employees probably resent you. Well,
I mean, there's a few things in Persona 4 where it's like, hold up, wait.
I'm in your father's debt, after all. I can repay some kindness to his daughter.
Wait, did this actually
Admittedly,
work?
I don't know the twist of Persona 4 for sure, but I'm almost certain that Adachi is the villain, not only because, like, he's sus, but also because the Persona fandom memes him, the 4 fandom memes him the same way we meme Akechi, so I'm pretty sure they gave it away with memes.
Okay, well, the problem is they meme everyone. Haven't you seen the Nanako is the killer memes?
You know,
I have not.
one who broadcast the moment of his mental shutdown.
Yeah, that's one of the big memes. It's a picture of Nanako with a huge freaking evil smirk on her face. You couldn't have quit while you were ahead, huh, big bro?
Our rating shot up because of that.
Oh,
Actually crushed me, though.
Stop it.
we will meme about anything. Yoshi has a point. You can't trust memes.
How could you talk about my father's death?
I
like
think
that?
you're just trying to mislead me because I already figured it out, but you want me to be surprised.
Just business.
Why the hell would I do that? Wouldn't I just be upfront with you?
If you like, we can get you in a documentary.
I don't know. I'm forever gonna be upset that you told me that the Persona 3 protagonist dies at the end. Because now I'm not gonna be able to be surprised by that.
You're so cute, you might just get good ratings.
Okay, see, the meme about the door, I figured you already knew.
Why would I understand any memes about Persona 3? I've only played the first 2 hours of it.
Oh, boy. We're
Okay,
gonna...
I understand the toaster meme, but there's not a lot to understanding that meme. She's a robot, she's a toaster, haha.
Are
True.
you thieves?
No, we're cosplayers. Okay, bud. Whatever you say.
Oh, it's Mr. Monkey Man.
The freaking cement blocks on Makoto's arms. It's really funny.
Are there cement blocks? Is that what that weapon is?
Sure looks like it. Okay, well, he drains fire.
I mean, she's got some goofy looking weapons. I think Makoto's might be the most ridiculous looking ones.
Trial and error time.
They look like they might be bear claws. No notifications, I'll watch that later. Get out of the way.
Keep it coming, Noir.
You hate the door meme, Yoshi? Yeah, it's kinda over milk. Most Persona memes are. That's not to say that all of them are bad, but there's some.
I'm
that
gonna
are
be
just
honest,
like-
I don't think I'll ever not find the pancakes funny.
You're mine.
Nice one, Joker. You hit his weakness.
Persona!
Admittedly, I'm a little tired of the go to bed meme, especially since
They fixed it in this
now that
game.
we have Royal and Strikers, they've fixed it. Like, I don't think they only say go to bed once in all of Strikers, and it's the girls, not Morgana. And he only says it a couple times in this game, and it's usually when it's either tutorial heavy or plot heavy.
Yeah, the go to bed one was a lot more.
See, in the original game, he told you to go to bed every time you went to the metaverse. Like, you couldn't even, like, cook curry or something. And then there were a lot more days that were dedicated only to plot, and you couldn't do anything even at night.
Yeah, it was a
Or
lot
it'd be
more
like,
appropriate
you did
with
something.
vanilla.
Yeah, you did something during the day. It was like, yeah, sure, we spent that time during the day. And it gets night, and it doesn't let you do anything at night. And you're like, well, what the fuck? Well, I'm not doing anything. Why not?
Like tonight, if I want to, I can get a Kawakami massage and do something else.
I'm usually fine when the game's excuse is you've got a big day tomorrow, so let's go to bed. That one doesn't hurt. I don't feel pain in every part of my body from that one. It at least, like, makes sense in universe why you would want to go to bed early if there's something important the next day.
Important topic. We will not take your life as
Yeah,
long as you
I-
share the knowledge that you've kept from the public.
Is it really?
Remember
I
that
don't think that would work.
Kaneshiro
For sure.
guy? The one from the Mafia who ended up on the news a while back? Well, the money he was gathering all went to Shido-san.
So this is the part where we learn we've accidentally been destabilizing the Illuminati the whole time.
Shido and Kaneshiro were connected?
Indeed.
Which,
Kinda, sorta.
Old man Maruki,
They were cutting them loose anyway at the same time for most parties.
his counterfeit business along with
I
Kaneshiro's
think this just
Mafia
bothers me a
gave
bit, because it's like, we
Shido-san
didn't
quite a
even
lot
realize
of
we were
leverage.
fighting the bad guys.
I mean, that happens in an awful lot of stuff. It's usually something I'm willing to forgive.
Yeah.
You're stopping people from doing bad things, and look, the bad guys had forces of evil, and they're all upset now.
Telling him ain't gonna do shit for us.
Come on, we have to take down Shido himself.
Okay, I think there's like one more. Pa!
Never have imagined that the leader would-
Oh, it's where Akechi notices that pancakes was a problem.
Did you anticipate this curious turn of events?
Pancakes!
He just starts twitching on live TV.
Behind the recent commotion. Getting captured must have wounded his pride irreparably. Such things happen often.
Oh
to
my
some
God.
leaders.
How much do you think he hates himself for doing
The
that?
whereabouts of the other members are still currently unknown. Considering they no longer require testimony from the leader, the investigation will be hard to...
May I butt in for a second?
We're gonna pop off if we get Akechi's pancake response of
The
Mementos.
Phantom Thieves may have laid
Oh
low
yes.
but they must.
Because let's not forget that Mementos in third semester is required content.
For the victims
Like, I
of
think
their
we actually
injuries
should
and for their
film
families.
that footage for Twitch.
Yeah, I'm game.
I will
Like-
capture the remaining Phantom Thieves.
Especially since the third semester characters don't have a lot of time to shine.
My apologies. I didn't mean to get
Yeah,
so
they're
worked up.
probably going to be on my team for all of third semester.
No wonder they call you an
Even
elite
Akechi?
detective.
At the very least, Sumi is going to be. Akechi!
I mean, I might riot if you don't put Sumi in your party, so...
I think I might just permanently snub Akechi. And he's like, but I'm your cognition! And I don't care.
Ruki's like, why is Akechi in the corner? I thought you were friends. We're not.
You picked the wrong cognition, bud. Like, you could have tried a lot harder to make this a paradise for me. Instead, you gave me this douchebag.
I will do the
I
best
respect
can.
him, that doesn't mean I like him.
Oh, but I do have to study for my college entrance exams.
Yoshi's finding this funny. Me too.
None of these people know that I was an undesirable child.
So this is actually a lot bigger of a plot point in the Japanese version, that if Akechi was found out to be a bastard with a whore mother, it would totally destroy anything he could do.
I wanted people to rely
I mean, that's something that's kind of real in this situation. At the very least, the bigger problem for America, though, is that, like, that would be a huge scandal for Shido, from American perspective, I mean.
Yeah, in a Japanese perspective, it would be just as big, if not more, for Akechi.
and thanks to
That's
Because,
sort of weird to me, because it's not really Akechi's fault where he came from.
and that's Japan for you. They're pretty set in their
Japan.
ways. Japan's very important with that. It is.
Yeah.
It's part of the reason why arranged marriages are still kind of a thing in Japan, which is why the whole Haru thing doesn't quite resonate as much with the West, because that's pretty much done with.
I suppose that's part of it. That might be a part of the reason why I find Haru so boring, is I get nothing out of even the parts of her character that is shown off.
I think if it were me, I would have collapsed from the
I
shock.
do like it when they started doing the
True.
prissy girl coming out of her shell stuff in Strikers, but they don't really do that much in Royal.
Just perhaps my mind was worked up due to the major task I'd undertaken.
Is this when he realizes?
Hey, who is that?
Oh yeah.
Don't turn off your phone. The
Guys,
This whole
phone is my
cutscene was
God.
leading up to him. Wait a minute!
Wait!
Morgana sent pancakes!
Damn
Shit!
See? Even Akechi-kun's face is stiffened up.
I take great pleasure in him realizing it. It's just in that moment he knew he fucked up.
And on that day,
About that.
Akechi remembered.
On that day, Akechi received a grim reminder.
Oh, that's how I missed up the quote.
That's,
God damn it.
hey, that's Attack on Titan. I don't blame you. You didn't like that show much.
I liked the first season. The problem was they kept killing off every character, so I couldn't care about anyone long enough to keep going.
Yeah. They freaking murdered Potato Girl in the final season.
I'll reveal
Like the only, yeah, Potato Girl was one of the, it was like Potato Girl, Hanj, or like the only ones I still liked. I was like, they're gonna die eventually. Then I'll have no one left. What's the point? Because I don't like Mikasa, I find her boring. I don't like Levi. Aaron's just kind of a piss baby.
It has
Armin's annoying.
let's use an emotional weapon.
Like, all the characters that had their "we're not gonna die at least until the very last episode" passes were characters I didn't care for.
Why the hell does he? I'm sorry. It's just really funny that King Frost's eyes don't close when he's asleep. Like the man doesn't even move.
He's got a heat of the hoe while he's asleep too, man.
Oh, cute. It's happy. Have some fun when you talk to that one.
Bifrost was one of my best personas around this time. I didn't catch one, but I fused one, and he had a really powerful Zeo spell, like a fourth tier Zeo spell, and it was so good.
Good work, everyone.
I almost forgot I had a treasure demon. I should probably check
Okay.
the Velvet Room before I leave. See if there's something I can do with it. Alright, the IT president.
Show me your true form.
The itty president?
Okay, there's nothing else on this floor. Huh, I also haven't seen any other will seeds.
This palace is huge. The only other one in comparable size is Maruki's. I'd say you're maybe half done.
I see.
Maybe a little less, actually.
Let me guess, mouse?
Show me your true form.
Yeah, this area is probably gonna turn me into a mouse the minute the battle's done, huh?
Let's go.
Probably.
Now just don't.
Wouldn't be shocked.
This might be one of the rooms that you don't turn the mouse switch on till later, though. Because there's at least one of these big rooms where the first time you come to it, mouse isn't on, but while solving the puzzle, you will turn mouse on.
Oh, I see. Oh, I forgot I have a Soma. That might come in handy later. You know, just to bully something as much as humanly possible.
Honestly, you might want to save your Somas for Yaldabaoth from now on.
That's one down. Go, Queen, go. It's your
Hover, murder button, go!
You're OP, but there's still the chance that you'll just run out of SP and still have a third of the boss left. Because Yaldabaoth has a crap ton of HP.
Oh, well then I'll make sure to equip like SP adhesives or something instead of the glasses when we get to that point.
Wasn't that graceful?
Because remember, I haven't actually made any use of accessories besides the EXP up glasses.
Yeah, actually, so have I, and I've played through the game twice. I haven't gotten to level 100 yet, so I never took the EXP glasses off.
Show me your true form.
When I get my game back from you, I'll probably actually get to level 100 and try out some other items.
Advantage. Don't rush this.
Because I was about halfway through third semester,
Aggravating.
and I just sort of stopped for a while.
Persona.
I repeat again for our chat audience that this was my second playthrough, so I know what happens.
Some other way.
There.
Yo!
Persona's in. Let's shatter it in one strike. Amazing, Panther.
Okay, honestly, the tech upgrades from Billiards is nuts.
All out attack. How's that?
Like, that was a good use of my time the other stream. I don't think I realized quite how good it was.
I wonder if you can get techs off against Lavenza. Maybe I should do billiards a few times before I attempt Lavenza.
I don't know, she strikes me as the type to be immune to status conditions.
Probably. I know one of the things you have to do to beat her, though, is you have to get a crit. My only hope is to use Sumi and her crit up skills, as well as her high crit chance physical skills. Because I can't stress enough that she is a hitting machine when it comes to physical. Like, both of her physical skills have a high chance of critting, and then she's got a naturally good luck stat.
Your true form.
Weird. I'm just confused by the layout of this yacht.
Locked. I wonder if we can open it from the other side.
Okay, there's a rat statue. Yep, and that's locked too.
Locked.
Thank you, On.
Yeah. The comment on the doors being locked when I'm just like, I'm only touching the door so I remember this door was locked so that when I get to the other side I remember to unlock it.
Exactly. That really is just free SP. There.
It's not a lot, but yeah, it really is just free SP. It's a good thing it's here though, because this is
A long
the
palace.
longest palace in OGP5. As it should be, seeing as it's the last one. I'd say it's even longer than the final dungeon.
Even longer than the depths, really?
Yeah.
That's
Of course, I don't really consider the run up to Yaldabaoth part of the final dungeon. So maybe if you consider that part of it, it's roughly the same.
Huh, so now I'm thinking about it. Is there any reason that if you don't do
Like-
mementos by the time you get to the depths, do you just have
I
to...
think you have to run all the way down all the floors if you don't do mementos.
Oh my
I don't know
God.
that, but I think that.
The amount of SP bleed, you know?
Now here's the good thing, and I didn't know this until my second playthrough of Royal, but if you talk to Justine at any point at the top of the depths, she will get full heal your party and full restore SP.
Ooh, that is
And
nice.
when you get out towards the climb up to Yaldabaoth, Lavenza will do the same.
Why are we running into enemies that are statused? Is it the weather?
Take that! Come on, Queen! Persona!
I legitimately don't know if it's the weather. I'm just confused because this has happened a couple
I
times.
thought the weather couldn't affect things in palaces. I thought that was only mementos. I mean, I could be wrong. I didn't really pay much attention to the weather when I was planning trips and the mementos and stuff.
Into the palace and stuff, yeah. Especially now that the Reaper can't get Despair.
Yeah, I didn't know about that, so I tried to go into mementos on a day where the Reaper could get Despair to get like a crap ton of SP early. XP was right. And I learned the hard way that the Reaper was no longer able to get Despair.
Now
I ran away from that sucker 5 times, nearly died, googled what was going on because I really thought at 5 times I would have gotten Despair by then.
Okay, Mona said there's a will seed nearby.
Show me your true
Yep.
form.
I guess I have to listen to him for something, huh?
Surprise attack? I'll use my persona! Now just don't
Of course. He's your favorite character after all.
Aha. Will that joke ever get old to you?
one down! Go, Queen!
Probably not. Especially since you seem to have like an irrational hatred for him. Like, there's definitely reasons to dislike Mona, but you take things a lot further than anything he's done to deserve. Like, I can't even. He's not my favorite character by any means. At most, I'd say he's kind of mid-tier. And I'd call him mid if it wasn't for the fact that I'm so sick of people calling things mid that I never want to hear it again.
Yeah, he's 100% my least favorite Phantom Thief. No holds barred.
Got them all! Good work, everyone!
Mostly because Akechi doesn't count as a Phantom Thief,
Okay.
but it would be Akechi if it weren't for that
Let's get
fact.
going.
I mean, I sort of consider Akechi and Sumi third semester Phantom Thieves by that point.
I think they're like honorary members. I don't think they count, but they're like able to help. It's like enemy of my enemy kind of thing. Like, they both disagree with the Phantom Thieves, but they're willing to lend a hand in this situation.
I have something.
Akechi might be the honorary one, but Sumi is already offered to join by this point, and that's just the point where she finally does.
Okay!
Yeah, what an asshole. Locking all these doors. Shit!
Oh, well, can we talk about that again? How we could have had a new party member by now already? Like,
Okay.
Shido's palace could have been her new palace.
Yeah, if she didn't
Her
want
first
to
palace.
join back in Okumura's when we first offered, like, this time she straight up offered.
And, like, she'll be fine. She has third semester stats. Joker, take her in.
And why did he decide this was too dangerous? Like, wouldn't it be the perfect time to have a new member that Akechi doesn't know about?
Exactly. Akechi doesn't even know that she's a Persona user.
Yeah, meaning it would be the perfect time for her to join because no one would expect it. He'd be on the lookout for the others that he does know about. It would seriously be the 100% perfect opportunity to have a
They would
new
have
thief.
to, the only real problem with that is that, and the only thing I can think of is that Royal tries very hard to make sure that the original Persona 5 is canon, and if Sumi was here, that would change canon slightly. Like, I don't think it would change it a lot, but they would have to redo all the cutscenes and stuff, and they really didn't redo most of the cutscenes.
Yeah, I guess. It's just weird.
It feels more out of laziness than out of necessity. Because I got so excited when they were mentioned, and mind you, she wasn't even my favorite character yet. I was so excited when they mentioned that, when she mentioned she wanted to join, I was like, yeah, new party member, fuck yeah! It's like, no, it's too dangerous, fuck you!
Yeah, I disagree fundamentally with that decision. I feel like it would have been the perfect time to have a new, fresh blood that the villains don't know about.
Oh, it would have been great. Not to mention that, like,
It's locked.
I know that he wouldn't be weak to light because
Use its light.
because like if you give a boss a weakness, then you make the boss easy. But he's darkness themed. She is light themed. It's perfect.
Watch out, that hit's clearly inferior. Wind with wind attacks. Time to use this. That's one down. Go, Queen, go! Not done yet.
I hope it doesn't mean anything, but the audio quality on Discord is dropping. Just letting you know.
Oh crap, that's not good. Let me take a look.
Now, let's continue.
It sounds like I'm listening to it through an old-timey radio. Oh, it just went back to normal. Everything works.
Weird.
That was easy.
Let's keep an eye on it to be safe, but I think it's alright for the moment.
It sounds considerably better right now. It's not perfect, but it's considerably better.
Turn on the rat statue.
And just a lot of times when Discord messes up, Twitch does too, so that's why I mentioned it.
Yep. Oh. Wow, I am an absolute idiot.
Joker.
I mean, yes, but why this particular time?
I never took into account the fact that there's the clear signs on the map when there's a spot affected by the mouse statues.
Oh, you didn't know that? I mean, to be fair, it's a little subtle, but yeah,
Yeah, just
it helps.
did.
It helps.
Kinda sucks.
I'm willing to forgive that one. This is your first time playing.
I wonder if there's any
And
other
the puzzle's
map
pretty
gimmicks I
straightforward
kinda
for the most part.
missed. Can I walk over that fine? Okay. Is there a kitchen below us or some shit?
Kitchen.
Just the steam that was coming up. It was kind of odd.
Yes.
I think it's implied that it's a steamship.
Okay, that
Maybe
would do
it's
it.
supposed to be like that.
Focus.
What was that sound?
That's
it's
Yusuke
Yusuke.
frickin' dying from stench.
Yusuke, that sound.
That was... Safe room!
It's safe.
Alright, you're nearing the endish of the palace exploration. You've got like 2, maybe 3 more areas.
Alright. I'm gonna go back and do the rest of that rat maze, see if I can find that will seed Mona was talking about. I just figured finding a safe room would be a good idea.
Sure.
Oh, so
Well, you
I,
can never save too much in a JRPG.
so I was actually looking it up out of curiosity. It looks like, they made Ouya slightly better in this game than she was in vanilla.
What did they change? I didn't notice anything different.
No, it's not from changing her, it's from changing the palace mechanics. So,
Oh, like they made her effect. Okay, so in vanilla, you could get the palace all the way down to 0%, and it would stay there always. In this game, every time you come back,
It's
it
at
starts.
40.
Yeah, because in the original, it started at 0, and it would stay there as long as you never got caught. In this game, when you start a palace, it doesn't start at 0. So, doing her confidant lowers how much the rank is. I mean, it means I actually have to think about that mechanic at least once when I enter the palace. I still almost never get caught.
Oh yeah, so also there was actually a book that raised the amount of technical types you can do, and that's awesome.
Oh, there's a technical book?
Yeah, it's a book that adds, like, technical combinations. That's unnecessary, let's do it.
So wait, there's like a combination of technical skills you can use if you read a book? Like a whole another mechanic?
No, if you read a book, it adds different elemental combinations to techs.
So it just gives you more options to tech with.
Yeah.
Okay. Where's that book?
You get it from the special bookstore that Hifumi takes you to.
I don't visit there very often.
Yeah, if you complete all of the books he gives you, he will give you a special one with Secrets of the Heart, I think is the title, that
so I gotta read all his books.
Yeah.
If I ever decide to try and do a hard mode playthrough or something, maybe I'll do that.
May come in handy. I just had the time, so I did it.
Admittedly, I haven't done a lot of challenge runs with Persona. I'm pretty happy with the comfortable difficulty in the Power Fantasy. If I want difficulty, I'll just go play Nocturne.
Even then, isn't, like, Nocturne's difficulty greatly exaggerated?
It is, but it's definitely harder than this game. SMT fans make it sound like it's impossible and any Persona fan's gonna be so lost. Problem is, SMT Nocturne works just like Persona 5 in 90% of its mechanics. It has the same fusing, it's got a lot of the same weakness scales, most of the differences in combat are minor. Press turn is almost exactly the same as One More's. The only difference is that the next person in line gets it instead of the character who did the hit.
Yeah, so it's a bit less controlled than a typical baton pass, but it's still more than Persona 4 had.
And like, I couldn't even tell you which system I like better, because Press Turn and Baton Pass are both extremely interesting. So I'm glad that I have Persona to explore Baton Pass and SMT to explore Press Turn.
Show me your true form.
Yeah, honestly, they're both great. Like, I'm glad there's more to be done with the One More system than what Persona 4 had to offer.
Oh god, going back to Persona 4, like, One More felt almost pointless.
Unless it's the protagonist doing it, and that's
The
a way to
protagonist is the
bleed
only one who
SP.
can really take advantage of it.
That definitely is a way to bleed SP.
Now, let's continue. Just like I
True, but it's also a way to bring the pain.
Yeah.
All right.
This is where I shine.
And I haven't really found... In Persona 4, I can get through 90% of the fights by just hammering the regular attack button, so...
Yeah, that's definitely something, like, enemies that repel and null fizz seem to be more common in this game than they were in
Like-
P4.
In this game, I only really use physical skills with Makoto, Ryuji, Yusuke, and Sumi. Those are the only characters that I bother with physical skills. Everybody else is always using magic.
Alright, here's Wilseed Umro Dos. VVIP. Is that very, very important person?
I guess?
I grabbed the soul potato. I like how Joker nods, like, yeah, that's a good soul potato.
Excellent. Our second will seed.
This is the second will seed and it had 2 V's. Does the third will seed have 3? I can't remember.
Alright. So I found that, and I think that's the last thing I needed to do in this area. So now I can head back to the progression room.
Oh boy, progression.
Yeah, where the safe room was at and crap.
I'm ready. Progression. I'm ready. Progression.
Anyone playing JRPGs be like,
I can feel it.
that's not giving it enough credit. Like, I really don't mind how sprawling this is. It adds to the stakes and stuff.
I mean, yeah, I think Persona 5 has like the perfect balance between life sim and gameplay. Because just when I might be getting tired of one, it ends and it sets me on a path to the other one. For a while.
Honestly, the combination of full fleshed out dungeons and the random floors of Mementos is great. Cause
I don't hate Mementos, but honestly, if Persona 6 wanted to just not have a Mementos-like area, I'd be fine.
yeah, cause honestly, oh, it's the cleaner.
Discord froze. I'm still looking at everybody sitting in the room. Discord froze. Let's see if my Wi-Fi is fine.
Yeah, try
my Wi-Fi's fine.
Try exiting it and back in. It looks like it's running fine on my end. Oh boy.
Persona! Out of our way! This'll hurt. Persona!
Alright, am I back?
Yeah, I hear ya.
Persona!
Can you see everything fine now?
Yeah. Okay, so it was me again. My Wi-Fi pulsed.
Ah. Hey,
The second time in a row.
You can hit the foe's weaknesses.
Hey, at least we got it sorted. That's what matters.
It's so weird when my Wi-Fi does it, because my phone looks normal at first,
Right.
and then all of a sudden it says it can't connect to the internet.
Okay, so as I was saying, Persona 3 just has basically its equivalent of Mementos, which is Tartarus.
Yeah. Tartarus is just Mementos, but the other way.
Yeah, going up. And Persona 4 has, like, Mementos-style dungeons.
Which is really a shame, because I was so upset, or well, not upset, but disappointed when I started Persona 4, and I realized that the dungeons were just the mementos of the game.
Yeah,
I was really looking forward to some hand-constructed, well-thought dungeons,
Yeah, it
like
really
Persona 5 has.
emphasized the amount of things that P5 did to improve on P4. Like, considering I'm playing P5 after P4, it's a completely different experience from having played P4 and then P5. P5 and then
It's
P4.
also much, if you want to rush through Mementos, it's much easier to rush through Mementos than it is to rush through Persona 4's dungeons. And Persona 5's dungeons, even the long ones, don't feel as long as Persona 4 dungeons, because they're more varied and interesting.
Okay, that's an elevator. So where the frick? So this must be the one of the last rat mazes, right? I literally labeled one of the episodes last time, the rat race. And I regret nothing. I probably should.
The rat race?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Well, it's the part where we're in this dungeon.
Well, yeah, I know they turn into rats, but like, where's the joke?
The rat race is typically what it's called when there are people that are competing for something that's ultimately useless. Like, you can make an argument for politicians or businessmen.
I've never heard that phrase.
Prepare yourself. That's our queen. Let's wipe them out.
I kind of miss Johanna, I'll be honest.
Yeah, the motorcycle was different, so it made her interesting.
It's just so iconic compared to other personas, which are just, you know, personas.
Victory.
Because hers is just a freaking motorcycle.
Alright, I'm gonna turn it off for now. So I can get that chest, but I probably need to turn it back on for some other puzzle shenanigans later.
Oh, speaking of, so like, when are they gonna announce the first of those announcements they said they're doing?
September.
September?
So we're a month and a half away from learning what the first one is.
There's a danger.
Reveal your true form.
Which kind of sucks, because I want to know now!
I know the first one's gonna be a P4 thing, so I'm not as interested, because I'm not as attached to the P4 cast. To be fair, I do really like some of them, like Kanji and Chie, top tier.
They're pretty great.
Amazing, Panther.
I haven't seen a lot of Naoto so far, but I'm pretty sold on her so far.
Yukiko's just there. Rise, you think is a thought. And the less said about Yosuke and Teddy, the better.
Rise's fun in small doses, but I actually liked Rise more when she didn't like us.
Honestly, Rise in her social links is surprisingly different from Rise in, like, the story, because she doesn't seem to simp near as hard.
She simps pretty hard out of her confidant. I think the only real difference is that other people are around and it's not just her. So they kind of rein her in a little.
I feel like sometimes she does it just to get a rise out of other people.
And to be fair, when she does it for that reason, it can be funny.
Okay.
Honestly, that's why one of Marie's, like when Marie met Rise, it was really funny to me.
Somewhere.
Cause
Oh, I vaguely remember, wasn't Rise like really jealous of Marie?
yeah, Rise like shoved herself in between the protagonist and Marie and like tried sizing her up.
So far, I've got to say, I think I like Marie as a character better than Rise.
Marie's pretty great. I
I don't really understand why Persona 4 fans hate her so much. Like, I realize that she gets a bit more presence. Like, I doubt she takes away from anyone else's presence. She just gets her own presence, and it takes up time, because that's what a Persona game does.
Well, in Persona 4 Golden, it's a lot more noticeable. Like, in the anime. Like, the anime is just the Marie hour, basically.
The Marie show.
Yeah.
I'm imagining it in black and white like the first episode of WandaVision.
Because the Persona 4 Golden anime is implied to be a New Game Plus of the Persona 4 anime.
That was fast.
Oh. Okay.
So it doesn't really... So it's treated as kind of a sequel, so it doesn't need to focus as much on the other characters. But some people don't. Some people don't read it that way, so they're upset at the amount of screen time that Marie gets compared to the other characters, which, you know, I also get.
Show me your true form.
I mean, like, if you're looking at the games and only the games, then if people are that angry with Marie, then they should be pissed with Sumi, because sometimes Royal does turn into the Sumi show.
Indeed. Like, I have nothing against Sumi, so I enjoy the Sumi show, but I'm sure there are people that aren't quite as happy about it. You know?
I mean, I'm sure there are. I've seen a couple Haru fans that are pissy with Sumi. That seems to be the biggest group that don't like her. There's people that really like Haru.
I kind of understand. Like, of all the times they introduce her awakening and stuff, it's when it's supposed to be the Haru
the
show.
The character who's the most underdeveloped in the game, that's the arc they chose to have her awakening in.
Exactly. So, like...
And then they gave her, like, one new scene before third semester. And all of her new scenes in third semester are either optional or just kind of her having a comment about what's happening, and that's it.
Yeah, so, like, I get the Haru fans being pretty upset with Sumi for that.
The thing is, though, they don't take away any of Haru's scenes. Everything she did in the original, she still does. It's just they didn't improve her at all, and that was one of my hopes for Royal, is I really wanted Royal to make me like Haru.
Ready?
And it took Strikers to make me like Haru.
Huh,
She was my least favorite Phantom Thief until Strikers.
Who do you say it's changed to after Strikers?
What? Huh? That's a Verizon phone. I'm sorry. Since my old phone went weird, I switched to a new one, but then we fixed my old phone, so now my dad's trying to see if he can switch to it.
Ah, I see. So, who do you say your least favorite Phantom Thief is now, after having that context of Strikers?
What's this?
I hate to say it because I really don't dislike him, but it might have to be Yusuke. Like, I don't dislike him, don't get me wrong, but I just find him the least interesting.
Hold a moment.
I mean, that's fair.
You're right. Okay, let's go with that.
Okay, so we have to get info at the restaurants.
Yeah. After Strikers, I'd say that Haru, she's still kind of mid-tier for me, but she's much better now.
Okay, so
Like, she jumped from the bottom to somewhere in the middle. It would be difficult to rank them, but...
Now let's
and investigation team-wise, it's probably tied for Teddy or Yosuke, depending on who isn't shutting
Oh no,
up
I
at that
definitely
time.
hate Yosuke more. I find them both annoying, but I hate Yosuke more. Teddy is just annoying. Yosuke, I really don't like what they do with his character. He's annoying. So
Yeah.
like, I don't like the things he does, and he's annoying.
That's fair. Like, yeah.
Teddy's only got the annoying thing. Like, character-wise, he's never done anything that makes me think he's a bastard, outside of his stupid, like, hitting on the girls jokes that got old the first time he does it, and then he keeps doing it.
Yeah.
Let me just be clear, though. Those jokes aren't funny in any of the Persona games, because I hate it just as much when Ryuji does it. And Ryuji is, like,
Yeah, but Ryuji's
second or third favorite character in this game.
a lot more tempered than Yosuke and Teddy are when it comes to trying to pick up chicks.
Yes.
Oh, with one exception, you can usually avoid Ryuji when he's doing it.
Nice.
You can choose to be like, no, I'm not doing that.
Right, that would be the time they take Futaba
Yeah.
to the beach.
Yeah, and the time I take you to the beach, you're stuck with it. And the time that you call Kawakami, you're stuck with it. But other than that, like the time in Hawaii, you're free to go hang out with one of the girls. The time in oh, there's one more. What am I forgetting?
I can feel it.
I know there's one more, and I'm forgetting where it was.
Is it the Culture Festival where I hung out with Haru?
That's it. Yeah, it's the Culture Festival. You can either hang out with Haru or Ryuji. I have no idea what Ryuji does in either Hawaii or the Culture Festival, because I've never gone with Ryuji.
I mean,
I just knew it was going to be bad.
I think I've seen a clip of the Culture Festival one where you kind of pull the same crap where he's asked a question and you have to get him out of it, and one of the options is to confess your love, and it causes him to freak out.
Okay, that is kind of funny.
Head back to the side deck. Okay.
I chose to hang out with Haru just because I barely knew who Haru was, and I figured there wasn't anybody else I really wanted to hang out with.
It's like, the hell's a Haru?
The fuck's a Haru? I think you could hang out with Makoto if you're dating